if I'm feeling that wave of grief, sitting down silently is not very productive for me the majority of the time. It just makes me feel a suffocating amount of more grief. Right. And I would try that and say, okay, I'm having a moment sitting here, and the next thing I know, I'm like doubled over because energy is trying to release from my body, and I'm just, for me personally, stopping it by sitting here still.
Yeah. So I don't know if everyone knows what a smash room is.
So, the smash room is a place in Taylor's Mill, and they have a paint splash room where everybody gets a canvas and you can flick or smear or whatever paint. And then she has it set up to where you almost like shop for the glass items that you'll smash, like a yard sale. And then there's just a big concrete room that you go in. She has speakers that you can connect to. So I like literally have a smash something playlist, right? And then you just take your items into the room, and then you hit them. You can hit them with a bat, a sledgehammer. Throwing is my personal favorite. I'm a thrower. That's how I release. Bats, are fun. But yeah, I would rather throw the things against the wall. There's another room there that has a car or sometimes a boat in it that you just have 5 or 10 minutes with a bat and smash a car. And it's amazing. Like the first time I left there, I told her, I was like, that was worth years of just general psychotherapy, in my opinion. Like that release, we're in a society where most of us can't do anything as hard or as loud or as aggressively as we want to, right? Especially women. I mean, we're taught to like, shh, keep it down, don't rock the boat, don't be too wild, don't throw that. So just a
That's
moment of
awesome. When you said you take people there on field trips.
I do. So we do field trips in the Not Your Mamas Mindfulness group, where we do a meditation before to just kind of start fresh, try to set some of our bags down for a minute. And then we go through the process, and I'll do, like intermittent meditation check-in to see how everybody's doing, because this is one of those, the smash room is one of those places that will make you understand energy in a different way. And there's some days where even as much as I love it, I did one field trip there where I was just not in an energetic place. I didn't smash anything. I didn't, I stayed kind of back from the group. It's a place where there's a lot. And especially when people come there really with the intention to release, and you see somebody crying and throwing things and having that moment, that's heavy. And like when we're already in a place of grief, some of us tend to kind of absorb other people's stuff as a form of distraction or as a form of comfort, different reasons. But we can take on a lot there. So we do like intermittent, check in, shake some stuff off, come back and ground, and then everybody goes smash some more for a minute.
That's awesome. So what do they usually say afterwards when the whole experience is done? You said your experience was just the equivalent of years of psychotherapy, which is so funny.
Most people comment on going somewhere that they didn't know they needed to deal with, right? So like you come there thinking one thing, I really need to release this. And then as you're smashing, especially in the car, especially like taking a baseball bat to something repeatedly with one of your favorite songs on the speaker, it can take you to a place where, you kind of, it brings something back up from a long time ago that you hadn't thought about, and allows you to like work through that and release that.
That's genius. And I'm sure like for people that don't live in this area, there's similar places everywhere that have that. If we have one, most bigger cities are going to have it. And one of the very common emotions for grief is anger. Mm-hmm. So do you think, I mean, that is just what I'm like associating immediately with just releasing anger, but maybe it's not just anger, but it seems like it would be a good way to release some anger.
Absolutely. Yeah. And anger is something that in dealing with loss in general, that a lot of us have anger related to the loss or related to something towards ourselves. To me, the guilt is, it always surprises me how much I'm able to release guilt when I'm at a smash room where the batting cage is or something a little bit louder.